This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Oilers. For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go now. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Carrington. And this intercepted on the first play of the game. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick-6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick-6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
19 tight. 19 tight. Go.
Operating from the gun. Carrington. Got him in. It's Tyquan Thornton. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs. Operating from the gun. Carrington. And he will find his man on the outside. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. That's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch in the playoffs.
On the check.
Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His second catch in a row, first down.
I like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much. Maybe a yard, and that's all.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
From the 31, here's a second down and 9. Off play action. Carrington gets it out wide to Davis-Price. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 16 yards, a first down.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick six just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
Check. Pat the 60. Pat the 60. Ready.
Davis-Price on first and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw. Carrington. He gets this one to Davis-Price. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Looking like these. Hurt.
That's good. 4-8. First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Looking to throw. Carrington. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now they will run it with Davis-Price. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Off the RPO, he completes it. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. Back to throw. Carrington. And this is going to be intercepted. And now look at him go. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Tucker now to add the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out. Because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, it's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Carrington. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. This is taken at the 15. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make 2nd down pretty tough.
There are so many times during camp and practice that you get bored as a player doing regular drills. But how about that shed and skate drill right there by the linebacker? You do it each and every day. Get the blocker away and get into the backfield and make a big-time tackle. That's what we just saw.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Hey, report.
Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Next one.
Now it's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 8 yards out. And the Ravens continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here in this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league, but this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
First down and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. That he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
2nd down and 3, ball on the 7. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
And Tucker, the former Longhorn, puts this one through. And the route is on. It's 24-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. On first down, Carrington. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Come on.
2nd and 10. To throw again, Carrington. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And this is taken in at the 5. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. And that goes for a gain of 31.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now they'll change things up.
Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
60 Bison. Check mash, check mash. Hey, check that, streak. Ready, right?
They'll give this to Davis Price running right.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston.
Ty Davis Price.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Oilers are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Ryland, up and good.
And the lead is down to 24.
Oilers 7.
Well, it is still a lopsided score, so they're going to try a second quarter onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, report. Hey, Ozzy, sit up.
Play action. Now Jackson.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Work in the middle of the field. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead. And it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Oilers 7.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium. But you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Jackson now down around his goal line. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop, but when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
Now it's Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey.
And the Ravens are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years, but here we go.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
Here's Jackson.
That one into the hands of Flowers.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. Throwing is Jackson.
That is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Again, Jackson. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now Jackson on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Throw caught by Flowers. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Jackson. And he's got his man on the out route. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. From the 7, it's 2nd and 5. Jackson now. This is caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go, and that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
Yeah, it seems like they've been running uphill all game. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Let's go.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Carrington. He's got his target. That's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gets it out wide to Davis Price. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 44-yard line.
Off the play fake. Carrington. Throw left side complete. That's Lynch. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back to throw again. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Cougar 19.
They'll run with Davis Price. And he's going to bull his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation.
That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit, but I run right back at them.
On 2nd and goal, here's an option play left. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. Keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Oilers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Now Ryland for the PAT.
And the lead is down to 24.
Good. Makes the score Ravens 38, Oilers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game.
He's got him in. Complete. A big connection on that one. 41 yards. One quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey, report. 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 You.
To throw is Jackson. And this one is incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 2nd down now, Colbert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
Bring it back.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Davis Price up the middle.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the fourth quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They go play action with Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome.
They'll take over first down 10 at their own 2-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far.
There he goes, right side.
Down the right sideline. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. 98 yards.
And the Oilers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit.
Extra point by Ryland, up and good. And the lead now down to 20.
Oilers 21. Michael Dixon set to kick off.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Duvernay now going to bring it out.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position.
At their own 39-yard line.
Ready?
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Certainly no reason to panic. They've got the 3-score lead, but the turnover last time, the interception that led to a touchdown, you'd have to think that might not be dialing that up again.
Yeah, probably not. They're still in fantastic shape, though, so I would imagine before he tried out here for this series, head coach probably just leaned over to him and was like, listen, we're wearing these color shirts. Throw it to those guys, not the others. Try to make a joke out of it and just let them go out there with a little bit more confidence.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Play action. It's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Jackson looking to throw on third. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Jackson on first down. Flushed out right.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Jackson. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. A great effort there. 34 yards. And the Ravens are drawing closer to a date in the AFC title game as they extend this fourth quarter lead. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead, and now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up, and he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing to start the drive. Carrington. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. What we just saw there, that's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to unload that one. He's fortunate it was just incomplete and not intercepted.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. We are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Pretty secure lead, but what's the harm in adding another touchdown, right? At least that's what they were thinking on that snap. But if he wants to add more points, got to bring the throw down just a little bit and keep it in the end zone.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because...
Oh, and for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Past the 10 to the 11-yard line, and that's where the return stops. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Drop 60, drop 60. '79 Broncos.
Operating from the gun, Carrington. Oh, the ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Well, obviously you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense. Yeah. I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Buffalo 18. Big Lion. Ready.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Dragon 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st and 10, Carrington. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Ryland on for the extra point. And the lead is down to 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Duvernay now going to bring it out. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts
as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17.
From the gun, Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
How about this?
And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game.
The Ravens going to move on to another week in these playoffs as we say so long, everybody.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long, everybody.